Oh, this is fascinating. Hey, I'm Nick Jonas, and I'm about to be unboxed. Today we're unboxing, but this is a different kind of unboxing. We're going through memories today. Memories throughout my life and career of now 18 years of doing this. Good thing I got my manicure done today. Take a look at this beauty shot of these hands, right? Because you're gonna get some good close-ups of these boxes. First one here. Oh, I must have called my mom for some of this stuff. This is rich. This is the playbill to the first Broadway show I did with Frank Langella of A Christmas Carol. Here, let's see. I think we got the tickets here. Beautiful. And then this was my pass. I wore this with pride. And then this is my favorite ornament. I used to get an ornament from every show that I would do. And this is the Ghost of Christmas Past, I believe, or future. I'm not sure. He's one of the ghosts. So one of my most formative memories from this show, I played Scrooge at 8, which is a real character in the show, but I was the understudy for Tiny Tim. Patrick Stogner, who's the kid in this photo doing the peace sign, he was Tiny Tim and he got sick. My parents got a call that he had laryngitis and had to miss 4 shows. So without any rehearsal, I had to go on and play Tiny Tim. And when the big set piece turned around and I was supposed to sing my opening line, I went blank. And I looked at the conductor, who was this frightening man, ready for me to sing, and it was just silent. Silence on the Broadway stage is just about the worst thing in the world. And after the show, I expected him to come up to me and tell me that I'd failed. Instead, he came up and said, "This happens. This is live theater. You'll do better next time." Which became an important thing for me to hear, because later on in my life and career, I'd had many moments where I messed up, but it was back to this moment that shaped who I became. Let me see. It's not a dog or a cat, so obviously it's very nice. This is the first song I wrote and recorded, and that was released. Joy to the World, A Christmas Prayer. Are these the real lyrics and chart? This is fascinating. Yeah, there it is, right there. Written by Kevin Jonas Sr. and Nick Jonas. I was 10 when I wrote this song with my dad. They did a CD every year for the Broadway community called Equity Fights AIDS. And they would do a collection of Christmas songs. But my dad and I asked if I could write a song and record it for the compilation CD. I think at first they were kind of like, no, that's a terrible idea. And then we showed them the song and they loved it. And they said, yeah, we would love to have you record it. So they put it on the compilation, and then someone heard it from Sony Records. Turns out he was the head of international for all of Sony. So he had us come in, me and my dad. We met with David Massey, who would then go on to be the guy that signed me as a solo artist at 11 years old. And the first recording I did was this one. And then it was released as a single. You know, it actually did pretty well. It charted, I know that much. I don't know where, but it was there. And we would hear it on the radio. It was very exciting. Then we would package these CDs up ourselves, and then we would ship them out to people who ordered them online. And that was the start to my recording career. All right, on to the next box. I'm anxious to see what's in here. Oh, look at these young guys. Wow. And this, of course, is us on the TRL stage. So we got this big break to come and premiere our music video. But it was actually a 3-part music video that we did for our first single called Mandy. It was a trilogy, basically. I couldn't tell you now what the story was. I have no idea. Rosy cheeks. That's one thing that stands out immediately. And then, of course, this. This was a staple in my wardrobe, which you might think was sort of like ironic, like to just wear a big belt buckle that says "Praise the Lord," but it wasn't ironic. It was fully praising the Lord everywhere I went. I'm gonna have to take this home with me. This is great. All right, on to the next one. Ooh, it's heavy. What could possibly be inside? Maybe some dumbbells, maybe some other workout materials. I don't think so. It is an iPad. That's it. Okay, let's see what's on the iPad. I know what this is. Let's watch. Yep. That's what I thought. Here we go. Glass about to break. And down he goes. One more time. Let's just watch that one more time. Come on. One more time. And little known fact, after this performance, which we thought was potentially the end of our career, because Joe fell on stage at the AMAs, our album sales went up and up and up and up. We got the sympathy vote, and it was great. So we were all thanking Joe afterwards, even though he was pretty sad about it. And as we were walking off the stage, he had blood on his knee in this white suit. Beyonce was there. She said, "Great job." So Beyonce watched Joe fall, and in that moment, you know, he wasn't really able to hear the compliment. But I think it says something, you know, every performer falls. And maybe Beyonce knew the sympathy vote would come in because of this. So we should have planned more performances where we fell. Album sales could have been even better. And then at the end of this performance, the best part is this was planned. I'll show you. We planned a fan running on stage. Here it is. And then Big Rob scoops her up. Yeah. But yet Johnny Wright was our manager, one of our managers at the time, and he said, "We should have some girls run on stage just to like reinforce the craziness." And I said, "I don't want to hear about this. You know, if this happens or not, it's up to you guys." And they came over and they sort of just like patted me. And they should have tackled us. That would have been a better approach. But no one had to know until now. Basically, I just outed our secret. I'm Nick Jonas, and I just got unboxed.